I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co, and today I'm reviewing Rebel Princess Happily Never After. This is going to be an incredibly quick review. I can probably get it done in 3 minutes or less, but then I'll be going over literally every single new thing in this expansion, telling you my thoughts on each individual card, individually. To that end, Rebel Princess Happily Never After is an expansion to Rebel Princess. Rebel Princess is an excellent trick-taking game based off of hearts, but giving you special abilities for the characters in the forms of princesses, and the special abilities to each round of tricks that gives you a twist, something that changes up how the gameplay works. Past that, it's basically hearts. You don't want to win any of the princes, which is one suit. You also don't want to win the 8 of frogs, which is the frog prince. You want to try to avoid that. But you can also shoot the moon, which has a different term that I can't remember what it's called, but there's a different term for it in the game, which sometimes can be confusing. But either way, this is a different term in this, but you can get everything and then everyone gets negative points. That's the basic idea. It's hearts, but with abilities. I love abilities. I like trick-taking games. All in all, it's a good combination. Happily Never After gives you 2 new princesses, as well as 6 new cards. 5 of the standard ones, and then 1 end game trick. This makes sense if you know the base game, and honestly, if you're watching this review, you probably should know the base game, because I guess if you want my opinion of the base game, we can just say it's a great game. I think Rebel Princess is fantastic. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It is a lot of fun. I really enjoy playing it. My opinion of Rebel Princess Happily Never After is it gives you more content. You do not need this. I mean, if you play this game a lot, more variety is always great. But if you don't play this game an absolute lot, if you haven't seen all the stuff, you don't need this. This is more of the same. 2 new princesses and then 6 new cards that shift things up. That said, need is a relative term. We are playing board games after all. You might want this. If you like Rebel Princess, I think this is an additional expansion that gives you more content that I enjoy. I enjoy the more content. It's more stuff to it. So as far as expansions go, my rating on the expansion is a 3.5 out of 5. To be very clear, my rating for expansions does not mean what my rating for the entire package is. I rate expansions based off of what they contribute to the game. I think this is a completely skippable, unnecessary expansion that you will not miss out on if you don't get. I also think it's fun, and I do recommend it if you are a fan of the game who wants more stuff for it. So my rating is a 3.5 out of 5. It's nice to have, far from essential by any means necessary. There you go. That's my review, which means now it's time to go ahead and show you all of the new things individually, because honestly, there's so little content for this that I thought I'd show you the new things and talk about my general thoughts and opinions on what they add to the game. We have our 2 new princesses. We have Red Riding Hood. On your turn, ask for a specific card, and if a player has it, trade it for another card of the same suit. It's probably excellent, but I don't care for it. I find some abilities are probably really, really good, but if I don't get a sense of funness to it, I don't enjoy it. So Red Riding Hood, I didn't think was particularly fun. But, and again, it's not bad, it just didn't spark joy. On the other hand, we have the Swan Maiden over here, temporarily hidden. On your turn, choose to play last on any trick. Now, I don't know why one of these abilities resonates with me more than the other, but I like that ability a lot. The ability to sit there and say, hey, I'm going last, to take that kind of control to an extent, for better or for worse. I like that ability a lot. So Swan Maiden is an easy thumbs up for me. Red Riding Hood is like, hey, if I get it, I mean, I'll play it. It's not the end of the world, but I didn't particularly care for Red Riding Hood's ability. From there, we have the 6 new cards. I've ranked these in order of my least to most favorite over here. I will say we have the end game one is over there in the middle. We'll talk about that when we get to it. But in any case, I mean, it's no real different. I just ranked them on my order of how much I thought they added to the experience. We have the same old story. Each prince is worth -1 proposal. You want to win them. So this changes up the value of the princes. You want to win the princes now, not the princesses. The princesses are the abilities. You want to win the princes in the game. I didn't find this that interesting. I thought that when this happened, it changed up the gameplay, that's for sure, but it didn't make the round more fun. It just became this like, okay, I'm trying to win the tricks, which felt less fun. The game is not structured around trying to win, so I found this to be like, I actively did not like this one. It's the only one I did not like. From there, it's just a question of how much I liked it. We have Secret Bid. Place a card face down. If you win as many tricks as the number on that card, receive -1 proposal per trick. So effectively, this adds the idea of bidding, a very common element in trick-taking games where you predict what you're going to win, and then it rewards you if you are right. That's all it does. It's nice. So many trick-taking games do this already that to me, the hook of Rebel Princess is how it makes things interesting and different, and this felt like, hey, let's take a mechanic that's present in a lot of trick-taking games and add it over here. So it's nice, but like, you know, it's fine. It's drafty in here. Keep 2 cards face down and pass the cards to the left. Repeat until you have passed all of your cards. You may view but not pass your face down cards. So effectively it adds drafting to the game. I like this already. This is now a step up over here. We had actively bad, neutral because just not special, and now we start going into the 4 that I enjoyed. I like drafting, and I like how it does shift up the way you approach it. You are playing a drafting game with your initial hand of cards. That does change the game. I like this already. Here we have the end game one. Again, this is the final trick whenever you play in the game. We have Bequeathed. Whoever takes the last trick of the round gives all of their tricks to the player on their left. This is an interesting one, specifically because of that shooting the moon element. Every time I've played with this card, it totally changes up the dynamic of the table as everyone tries to figure out, am I trying to collect everything? How is that going to play out? Is someone else going to hand me all of their things? Because whoever takes the last trick of the round is passing all of the tricks to the player on the left, which makes shooting the moon harder and easier at the same time. This one is a little tricky. I've enjoyed playing with this one. Surprise Wedding. These two are my favorite, by the way. Now we move from like good to like, oh my gosh, I love these cards. Surprise Wedding. The player who leads announces the suit of their card but plays it face down. So again, if you've played this game, the idea that you're like, I'm playing frogs, but what kind of frog? Did you play the 8 frog? Am I about to play a 9 or 10 and win the 8 frog, or am I not? Like, what's happening here? I love the way this shifts up the gameplay significantly. So this one is a lot of fun for me. And then my absolute favorite, Some Enchanted Evening. This is each player. This is a little trippy. Each player discards a card lower than 8. Then all discarded cards are added together. So for example, you might end up with a total value of, let's say, 15, okay? Then when a player plays a card that exceeds that sum, they win the current trick. What does that mean? So I will say, I thought this was a little confusing. Honestly, I'm only pretty sure that I'm playing this card right, but the way I play it is so much fun that if I'm playing it wrong, I'm not stopping. So the way I interpret it, because when you read this card, it's almost like, so if you have a 15, when a player plays a card that exceeds that sum, like you can't play above a 15. So this is only relevant if you're playing it, you know, to less than 10. Like, how does that work? The way we've interpreted this, which I think must be the way it's played, but it's not clear from the rules or from the card, is when a player plays a card such that their card and the sum of the other cards on the table now exceed 15. Again, let's say you had like a 7, a 4, a 2, and a 1. That's 15, right? 7, 4, 2, and 2. Okay, whatever it is. So if you have those cards, basically, and then that's a total value. 7422 is that total value 15. At that point, now that that's locked in for the round, whenever anyone plays a card such that the total at the table now exceeds 15, they win the trick. So it changes the way you win tricks. You no longer win tricks by having the highest of that suit, alternatively, like, you know, trumps and all that stuff. Rather, you win the trick by as soon as you cross the 15. So now we start a new trick, and someone plays the 8 frogs, okay? So that's in play now. Well, then someone else plays a 5. Like, I have so much control at that point. Maybe I'll play a 6 frog, knowing that the next person to play frogs is going to take the frogs. You can control for this. It totally changes the tempo, because if an 8's on the table, and I've played a 6, the next person who plays is going to take the frogs. Alternatively, maybe I'll play only a 3 frog, knowing that the next 2 might end up with somebody. You're basically going to look, once somebody exceeds the 15, or equals or exceeds, technically it's exceeding. So once player exceeds that 15, they win the current trick. It totally changes up the tempo and the pacing at the table in a way that is a lot of fun. This to me, and again, if I'm playing it wrong, I'm going to keep playing it this way because it's so much fun. But that to me was by far my favorite card from the new cards. So, that's my review of Rebel Princess Happily Never After. It's 6 more cards, 2 more princesses, it's good content, completely unnecessary, but if you are a fan of the game, it is going to give you more variety. Just doesn't really change much, although I do like this one. They're all good, it's more stuff. Anyways, until next time, I'm Alex Radical from Board Game Co. I hope you found this review helpful, and as always, I hope you have a good one.